because philosophy focuses on the assumptions that underlie our thinking and involves questions that aren't settled in a final way, it teaches us to evaluate claims based on reason and analysis rather than on fixed beliefs and prejudice. And for our children especially, it's going to be crucial for them to learn how to evaluate the multitude of information that comes at them in contemporary life, much of which is presented to them as fact or as true, and particularly online. You know, I work with teenagers who will say to me, well, I read it online, so it must be true. And then we have the conversation, well, so what does it mean for something to be true? And how do you know something? And if it's written online, why does that make it true as opposed to finding it on a piece of paper on the street? Why is it seeing it on the computer give it some more authority, etc.? Talking with children about these kinds of questions cultivates what I have started to call philosophical sensitivity. It's kind of a new way of seeing the world. It's sort of like someone who develops an artistic sensibility, right? So they do lots of work learning about, say, visual arts, and you go to a museum with them, and they see all kinds of features in the paintings, all kinds of relationships between the paintings that you miss because you haven't been so educated. Or you take a walk in the woods with a naturalist, and that person sees a web of interrelationships, sees a host of changes and relationships between things that you also just don't see. So similarly, I think philosophical sensitivity is a way of seeing the deeper facets of questions, beliefs, and situations that might otherwise elude us. The conception actually comes out of an idea that Aristotle came up with. He thought that we have certain perceptual capacities, ways of perceiving the world that can be developed with training and education.